How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which ended up having a green day inside of a choppy market. I was talking about how key it was for it to hold down certain levels. We covered this inside of technical analysis, and it did a great job doing that for today. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We want to know the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance, and what are those key levels to keep an eye on going into tomorrow. And then afterwards, we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. We want to know, are shorts still heavily vested in this play? Are they increasing their positions? Is it going down? We're going to figure that out. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, were institutions loading up on shares today? Is that the reason why we started seeing some strength inside of the stock as far as buying pressure? We're going to find out. And then when that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more key details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So ended up closing at $6.41, being up 6.83%. On the low, it tested $5.66, and then on the high, testing $6.68. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 33.092 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 39.117 million shares. So even though we did end up having some below average volume on the day, we definitely did have a lot of buying coming through the stock because we saw some strength in the price today. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, we are right around 50. So we're right in the middle there. And when we take a look at the moving averages, we have strength above the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and we are below the 21-day EMA. You guys know how much I love seeing price action above this, but for the most part, we are doing pretty good. I was talking about holding up this area of support right here around $6. We pulled back as far as $5.66 on the day, but we were able to hold up and actually use that as strength. And due to the fact that we did close at 641, I would like to see this momentum continue going into tomorrow, and I feel like if we can do that, we can reclaim the 21-day EMA here at $6.83. And I feel if we can get there, and there's a lot of buying volume coming through the stock, we could easily get to the $7 range. We might be seeing some resistance at this level. Like I was saying, it is a psychological level, but it's still an area to keep an eye on, because if we could really start having some pressure coming in as far as buying is concerned, we could start testing around 743. There could be some profit taking here, but like I said, if there's more buying, boom, we could really easily get to this $8 range. But for the most part, what I want to see from BBIG for tomorrow, let's get back to 7. Let's start looking comfortable. Let's be above that 21-day EMA, so minimum $6.83. And if we decide to pull back, I want to see a continuation of us holding down 6. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for BBIG. So scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 1 million, updated 24 minutes ago, and the short borrow fee rate is at 26.09%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see for the close of the 27th, it was 37.49, and then the close for the 28th, it was 30.38. And then we see the close for the 29th, which was yesterday, it was at 27.03. So it actually has been a little while since we've been in that 20% range. Last time we were there was back on September the 23rd. So being at 27, it'll be very interesting to see what it will be later on in the evening. But one thing that still remains the same, BBIG has short squeeze potential. So we'll continue to keep an eye on this play, and if the updated numbers do come out, then I will be talking about it inside of the final thoughts. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we could see on the inflow it was at 53.35, and then on the outflow it was at 49.53. So we ended up having an inflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, we had 0.80. On the medium, we had 34.74, and then on the small we had 17.81. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, we had 0.45. On the medium, we had 32.14, and then on the small, we had 16.94. So you could see from the breakdown, we saw a lot of buying on the retail side, and there also was a lot of selling. And then when we take a look at the medium, it's pretty much almost the same, where yes, we did have a lot more inflows, but there was a lot of selling as well. Now, taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, September the 30th, it being at 356.44. So what this tells us right away, yes, there were institutions who were selling, but also at the same time, we had a lot more institutions that were loading up on large scale orders. So this really does give us a nice bullish signal going into tomorrow and as well as for next week. So continue to keep an eye on this play, because if we continue to have this buying pressure coming into the stock, then we could see some strong moves and upside. So now let's jump into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, it was great to see that we showed a lot of strength at the $6 level. One thing that we want to look out for, and I was talking about this inside of the technicals, I want to see us to get back into that $7 range. I feel it is very key, because if we can have a momentum above $7, then we have a lot more traders coming into the play, and that can help drive up some more volume. So if we continue to trade under $7, then I would be looking to say, okay, you know what? Let's see if we can hold up the higher areas around $6.80 or above, being at $6.99 to say technically. You guys know I really want to see BBIG at 7. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential, but one thing that we are noticing, the short volume ratio is continuing to decrease. But like I said, the criteria that we tend to look for is 21% or higher. And since BBIG short interest, or sorry, I should say the short volume ratio is around this particular level, things are still continuing to look good. So if we have more volume, like I always say, we could see the stock move a hell of a lot more. And another thing that I want to bring to your attention, we had a very choppy market. A lot of stocks ended up pulling back, but BBIG showed a lot of strength. I know many holders out there were looking forward to this. There were many people who were frustrated. There were people that were sending me messages, hey, what's going on with BBIG? Is it over? And so on, blah, 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 blah. And hey, I totally understand, but this is why I emphasize you want to make sure that you manage your overall risk management. This is very key here. You don't need to bet the whole house on one particular play. You want to make sure that you have your portfolio set up the right way if you're using your portfolio for these type of plays, or if you're going to be using your trading account, just make sure you're going in with the right position size. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and we'll be talking real soon.